Hey, welcome everybody. Scott with Decoy Pro here. Today we are going to talk to you about silhouette decoys. So silhouette decoys are just basically an outline of a goose, and then they're painted to make them look like real geese. And I want to talk to you about the advantages of silhouette decoys. Definitely the biggest advantage, I would say, is their ease of transport and storage. So being two-dimensional, you can obviously stack several of these on top of each other, and it's not a problem in just a very small space. And same with for storing. In your garage or whatever, you could have dozens and dozens of these, and they're not going to take up all that much room. For example, myself, I just have a car currently, so to transport a lot of full-body decoys, it's just not really realistic because they're just not going to fit in my car. So this is a great advantage for me because I can get a lot of these in my car, have a great decoy spread, and not have to worry about it. Another advantage is that these work really well in heavy snow. So if it's snowing outside, obviously you can tell, they're two-dimensional, so the snow will just blow right past it. It's not going to really land on top of the back, where let's say in contrast, full body decoys, they definitely look really very real, but in heavy snow you can notice snow pile up on their back, and approaching geese might notice that, and that's going to look kind of out of the ordinary to them, where you might then find yourself getting out of your blind quite a bit to go brush off your full body decoys, where with silhouette decoys that's not going to happen. If you do, there's lots of different varieties of silhouette decoys. Again, these are from Big Al's Decoys. I really like these. These are really durable. They're made out of corrugated plastic, and they're painted up really well. And it just depends on the brand you buy, or let's say you do try to make these at home. I have heard of people doing that. Those are going to maybe be a little bit more, you just have to be a little bit careful for their durability, just depending on what they're made out of. But certainly that is an option. The other benefit to the silhouette decoys is they are very cost effective. Depending on where you buy them and what you get, you might be looking anywhere between, let's say, $3 and $10 a piece, and it just really ranges if you get ones with flocked heads or whatever. But these are going to be one of the most cost-effective type of decoys, so they can be a great way to build an entire decoy spread. But also they can be a great filler for, let's say, you already have some shell decoys or full-body decoys, and you just want to add extra volume. These are a great option. With silhouette decoys, you do want to make sure that you do have at least several dozen of them, because as you can see, let's say geese were all approaching directly from you. If you have all your decoys facing one direction, they're not going to see them, so you're going to have several of them faced various directions. So having a couple dozen of these is pretty critical, because then that way, regardless of the way that the geese approach your decoy spread, they're going to be able to at least see several of these decoys. So hopefully that helps you with your decoy selection, and I'll talk to you in the next video.